I don't know where I'm going to start with this entire thing that I'm about to get into. So I'm gonna just start talking, or as I said in other videos, I'm gonna throw a dart and we're just gonna go from there. I no longer care about franchise mode anymore. I just don't. And I'm gonna start at the top of my list, and I'm just go down the line. But let me just preface this rant by saying this before I even get into it. Right? I've seen comments of people saying that oh, you ranting because you just trashed the game, and with my ego, I normally say, okay, we'll drop the gamer tag, right? So people misconstrue the fact that I'm ranting about something, and they mistake it as me not being able to excel in the game and not being good and not winning. But when I'm talking about this stuff, I can perform fairly well at the game. It's literally the game I can visibly see holding me back and restricting me from doing anything that I need to do. I'm having to go through hell and high water just to be able to perform basic maneuvers, basic tasks. All right. So it's not the fact that I'm not winning, because I can win games anytime I want to. It's up to the game whether or not they're going to let my guys block, be able to make passes, be able to run their routes, not be able to bump into people, so on and so forth. Right? I'm having to rely on Madden to not screw me on these plays. That's what I'm ranting about. I'm ranting about the simple fact that I can't play my game because the game itself won't allow me or it to play smoothly enough so I can be able to make these football reads. Right? So that's what this rant is about. I can win these games at any time I want. That's not a problem. I'm fighting against the game. That's what I'm fighting against. Right? So with that out of the way, let's start at the top of the list of franchise mode. So, Sean Grady. You, my man, you're a disgrace when it comes to the franchise community, right? Now, you were the man in charge when it came down to when it came down to franchise mode, right? So Madden 12 going to Madden 13, right? You picked up on Madden 13, right? And you did connected franchise mode. The stupidest thing you could have possibly done. I don't know why you guys are trying to reinvent the wheel and do something different with franchise mode and think that people's going to be on board with that. To this day, people still don't like connected franchise mode, right? So you scrambled to try to get it back to the regular franchise that we all remember, but the damage was already done. So fast forward from 13 to almost to where we are now. I say maybe 20, maybe 21. Maybe 22. Hell, maybe 23. We'll take it that far, right? You start adding this whole RPG-esque scenarios where, let's say, you got a game coming up and it's against your rival. So, depending on how I answer these questions to the press, whether it's a confident, smug, or respectful response, you take my ratings for either my team or their team or both, and you either raise them, lower them, or put some sort of handicap on me into this next game so I can have a quote unquote challenge. Sean, I don't know where you get this idea from. I don't know who asked for that. Anybody in the franchise community, please step up and show yourself. Because I want to know where your mindset was at whenever you said, oh, we want something like that. I really want to pick your brain for a second. I want to know. So aside from that, my team's morale is either high or it's low, right? So I'm having to fight against that as well. My guys are just not playing at the full potential as to what I need them to play at because their morale is low or it's high, whatever it is, or you threw that stupid scenario out there and now my ratings take a hit or they get risen up for whatever it is that I said or did, right? So not only am I having to fight against this stupid scenario mode that you got, but now I got to go into this game with my weekly strategy and I have to set my weekly strategy, right? Y'all put so much stock into this weekly strategy thing or the game plan thing. It ruins the integrity of Madden. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me honest to God answer y'all a question. Do you really think that NFL teams will stick to one game plan per quarter? I mean per quarter, per half. Do you really think that they're going to sit here and stick with one game plan per half? I didn't think so. How come in 2K, right? I can change my game plan on the fly. Say, for example, if we playing against Golden State, right? Okay. Playing against Golden State, we know that they're 3-point shooters, right? So I change my game plan to, all right, no shooters. Make sure you close out on all the shooters. Don't give up no threes. No threes. That's the game plan for defense. When we get on offense, swing the ball. Swing the ball, swing the ball, swing the ball, ball movement, or whatever game plan that is, right? So let's say I'm trying to swing the ball and they're picking the ball off. Okay, let's destroy the paint. Let's play in the paint now. Because obviously they're weak in the paint, so I'm going to attack the paint. I'm changing my game plan up on the fly within that same quarter. I can go on defense, and when I start realizing that he's missing, all right, cool, I want y'all to actually crash the boards. We're not going to run the floor, but crash the boards. I'm changing my game plan on the fly. So why is it that in Madden I have to be stuck down? I have to literally stick with one game plan per half, and if I don't guess right, I'm going to literally get the crap kicked out of me because I didn't pick the right game plan. Y'all put so much stock into these game plans, it's not even funny. You're ruining the integrity of the user when it comes down to them controlling their game. Because if I pick inside zone, okay, so we're covering the inside zone, but that means that we're not gonna be able to cover the outside zone. So you mean to sit here and tell me that because I picked inside zone, you mean to tell me that my guys they don't have the awareness to cut back in when they see him doing the outside zone or bouncing to the outside or trying to seal the outside off when he's running to the outside. If I flip that and I say outside zone, you mean to sit here and tell me that nobody has the awareness to swim back in to stop him from running the inside? Are you serious? So you mean to tell me you're going to purposefully dumb my guys down with whatever game plan that I pick because, oh, well, that's just how it works. You're trying to add some sort of like balance to it. Are you guys stupid? Like, are you guys dumb? Like, are you seriously stupid? Because the game is forever changing. You cannot set a game plan and that's supposed to stop just only one area. Now I got to figure out the rest. You know what I'm saying? I liked it in Madden better when you didn't have to resort to a game plan. You just played your game, make the right adjustments, call the right plays. I liked Madden when it was more like that. Not this scripted scenario RPG like story mode line, whatever you want to call it. I didn't like Madden when it was with this storyline, this RPG type thing. You know what I'm saying? I liked it better when it was just you had your team, you had your players, you had your strengths, you had your weaknesses. If you made the right plays, the game would actually show you that you made the right plays. If not, you got torched the entire game. I liked Madden when it was more along those lines. But now, since you want to try to switch the wheel up or reinvent the wheel again, Sean, now we're having to deal with what you decide to put in here. You know, I've always remembered the phrase, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So why do you feel like it was the greatest thing to do to change up the way franchise mode looks? You know, the last time I remember something changing and it was for the good was in NCAA 14. Like y'all built upon what 11, 12, 13 was. Y'all built upon that. You know what I'm saying? You decided to take something, Madden 13, the franchise mode that was in that, you took that, broke that down for no apparent reason and tried to put a new spin on franchise mode, right? Then once you got the hate for it, you decided to try to put it back together the way it was, but you already did the damage, Sean. So now we fast forward to this now. There's no telling how long this style of franchise mode is going to last. Because me personally, I didn't ask for this scripted storyline. I didn't ask for that. I just wanted the logic from the players to be better. I wanted the signings to be better. I wanted the free agency to be better. I didn't ask for this my career-esque line like storyline. I didn't ask for that, bro. I did not ask for that. Nobody asked for that. That was the stupidest thing you could have did, Sean Grady. And then the simple fact that my next topic, the simple fact that the Muck community was talking about Pack Strike, hashtag Pack Strike. Now, apparently, what was going on with that was because the community rewards were terrible. The pack odds were awful, which that was always a given. What else was there? The weekend league rewards were terrible, etc., etc. Now they raised enough fuss for them to fix that. I guess maybe I don't know. Some people are doing pack strike. I don't know. I'm not in it, but they raised up enough fuss and it got the attention of Mutt. Now the only reason why I did is because Mutt is the cash cow. The cash cow. That's the only reason why it's made enough fuss to do what it did. But back then, Sean, whenever people was doing hashtag fixed franchise mode, that raised up enough fuss for you to come out and say some speech that a fifth grader could have came up with to try to appease the community, and you're nowhere to be found. You and Clint are nowhere to be found. You know, it disgusts me to see how you guys just prioritize the stuff that don't even that's not even important. You know what I'm saying? I'm so frustrated, bro. I can't even get my words out. Obviously, as y'all can tell. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. The way that I'm feeling right now, and honest to God truth, hand to God on the Bible right now, I'm so close because I'm in 5 leagues right now. I'm so close to just going off the radar. I don't care about who got to say about it. I don't care about whether or not, you need to play your games. I don't care about none of that. Because every league that I've been in, I've had to sit here and put up with so much BS that it doesn't make sense. Everybody that either goes through it is for like a little time, or people that is benefiting, the BS is benefiting them for, they love to sit and say, no, play your games, bro. You got to play it all the way through. Just come on, man. You got to do this and that. No, bro. Nobody should have to put up with the BS of Madden. You know, this whole game plan thing that you got going on, and the way that this game just instills trust issues in users, it damages the integrity of Madden, bro. I can't tell you how many times I've played this game. I started out with a clear, level-headed mind, with a game style in mind, but the minute that they start showing me that they're restricting me, they're handicapping me, that is when I'm the most unconfident person in the world. I can't trust anything that Madden wants me to do. I can't do it, bro. I honestly, God, I can't do it. I got Tom Brady in the league, bro. Tom Brady. I have the elite of elite QBs right now, bro. Of course, he's old, but I got the most elite QB in the game. And I still have trust issues throwing these passes. I still don't trust these small windows to throw into. I still can't trust the 50-50 passes that I throw to my wide receivers because sometimes they don't jump. More times than some, they don't even jump. I have trust issues in this game. Now, speaking of that, let me get on to this topic as well. The passing, Clint Oldenburg, the passing, that was the stupidest thing you could have ever did. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, last year, it was just only classic passing, right? It was really hard to decipher whether or not a pass was accurate, inaccurate, good pass, bad pass. It was hard to tell, right? So, y'all decide, instead of just building on the classic passing, you decide to take it, put 2 different categories, placement and accuracy. That's what you decide to do. In the placement, you decide to make it to where we can do freeform passes, but the catch is the low ball mechanic is gone. That the button that you hold for low ball is literally the freeform passing now. Now, the placement thing is basically you just placing the passes wherever you're trying to put it at. It sounds good, but ladies and gentlemen, I don't trust the game enough to allow me to make these passes. The only time I've ever used that is literally when I'm throwing a deep ball. That's the only time I've ever used it. Anything other than that, like a slant, an out route, I don't trust it enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust it enough to make these passes with freeform. I don't. You know what I mean? And it's bad enough that the blocking is still abysmal, even after all these patches, which I'm gonna get into that in a second. But I don't trust the game enough to make these passes. That's my main takeaway. I can't trust this game to do the things that it says you can do. I don't trust it. I have very strong trust issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of you taking classic passing and working upon that, you decide to put in 2 different categories. So now we can do classic pass and have our high and low ball, but you don't get to choose where you want the ball at. You just have to hope to God that your players' ratings will put the ball where it's supposed to be at or wherever you led it to. But if I put placement on now, which placement and accuracy, sometimes that gets dumb as well, because sometimes when I'm throwing these passes, I'll tap the button and it say touch pass. Or sometimes I might tap the button maybe just a hair earlier, or I'll let the pass button go, and it say, oh, a bullet. It's like you can't decipher what kind of pass you want. You can't, bro. You honest to God can't. With that meter on, I feel like my passes take longer. When I take classic mode off, it literally feels like I'm getting the ball out of my hands quicker. That's what it feels like. But then once that setting goes away, you feel like, oh God, he not getting the ball off in time. Like, why are y'all always trying to reinvent the wheel? That's my biggest problem with you guys. Y'all stay reinventing the wheel with something that don't matter, bruh. Now, I know I said I was gonna get into the whole patching and all that good stuff, but I'm gonna raise up another issue too. The tackle battles. Clint Oldenburg, I hate the tackle battles. I can't stand them. I don't like tackle battles, and for the very reason why I don't like them is because they're too consistent. You make it seem like every single time I go head up with somebody, it's always a tackle battle. And then on top of that, you don't allow an outing for tackle battles, bro. Now I'm pretty sure that you can press a button and try to, just negate all of that so you can hurt and lay on down. But the fact that consistently, every single time you can do whenever you want, they'll literally give you a tackle battle every single time, and it's unnecessary. The fact that I got to mash X in order mash X to make him break that tackle, or get get the ball punched out of my hands. It's a headache for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes no sense. Why would you add something like that? Why is the consistency of it so high, bro? Why? Every single time, bro. And then the physics is awful. Oh my God, Clint, you just know how to, y'all know how to just y'all know how to just make a game terrible, bro. Like I'm so pissed off, bro. I can't get my words out. I can't even, oh my God, bro. Like it just don't make sense to me, man. Like you guys are just so incompetent. It's not even funny. Like I don't understand how nobody else sees this but me. I'm not getting it. This game is a mess. You know what I mean? And to the point of, the whole updates, the first couple of weeks when this game came out, I loved it. I loved every bit of it. It seems like everybody was aware. Everybody played their zones, played man. Man was a little OP, but the zones were actually decent. Linebackers actually were paying attention to what was going on. But now I'm seeing guys just dumbing out now. And in the pass blocking, Clint, the pass and run blocking is still terrible. For God's sake, Clint Oldenburg, you were a lineman. You played in the NFL for 2-3 games, whatever. You played high school, college. You played football, Clint. You were in the trenches. Why in God's green earth do you not still understand what pass blocking and blocking is supposed to be? You don't comment on nothing I bring to your attention when it's regarding this. No, but the only time that you say anything to me was the time I called you out for the whole OT rules thing. That was the only time you said something. That was a real smart ass smug response. I don't feel you for that. I caught on to that. But anything else I'm showing you video evidence of, you're quiet. You're quiet as a church mouse. You don't say a word. That just shows what type of person you are, Clint. That really shows what type of person you are. And I don't want to make this too personal because it's getting to that point. I can feel it bubbling up in my soul right now. But that just shows what type of person you are. You're quick to respond to something that you can correct. You can correct somebody on. But the minute that somebody shows you an error in the game, you're the quietest thing since a cotton ball hitting the floor. You're quiet. You can't even come up with an answer. You would rather block somebody before you even respond to something that you screwed up on. When this game first came out, like I said, the first few weeks, it was great. I mean, like I said, man defense was the meta. I hated that, but whatever. Everybody was aware. But every update that comes out, I see nothing but problems coming out, bro. And I'm so glad I haven't bought Madden since Madden 18. Because you guys just don't deserve a penny from me. You don't. You don't deserve nobody's money for your product. Sean Grady, you have single-handedly destroyed the franchise mode community. There is no reason for anybody to go through what they go through now in franchise mode because of your actions. This is where we are right now. I don't care about franchise mode no more. I don't care. Competitive sim arcade, I don't care about none of it no more. Because see now at this point, with the whole scenario and RPG type thing, and with the skill tree, and now my guys have to play at a disadvantage on purpose because of this response from the media or this response. I didn't ask for that kind of gameplay. I didn't ask for you to alter my gameplay. I didn't ask for that. We wanted the logic to be better with a few things added on, not turn it into a story mode, Sean Grady. So until you get that right, I don't want to see another, I promise you, I don't want to see nothing else but improvements from franchise mode, because you are the worst thing that's ever happened to Madden since Rex left. You're the worst thing that's ever happened to Madden. And the franchise mode community is counting on you and relying on you to actually make franchise mode playable. But because of you, we're dealing with what we're dealing with now, and you haven't said a word. You are a disgrace. Oh my God, bro. Clint Oldenburg, I don't know what you on, my boy. I don't know what you on, son. But pass blocking is still terrible. Run blocking is still awful. And I can make several videos talking about it. But you, yourself, Clint Oldenburg, you're going to end up blocking me at some point during this year. Get it together. I'm trying to be very careful with my words. I don't want to swear. Get it together. Because, see, now in a minute, I'm about to start making it unprofessional instead of trying to give you constructive criticism, because it seems to me that you don't respond well to that or don't respond at all. But if it's something that you can respond correctly to try to correct somebody, you respond. But you won't say a word about nothing else. Some creative gameplay director you are. Just pathetic. Just pathetic. Franchise mode, I'm done with it. Don't even know what else to say. But franchise mode is a wash. I'm done.